Hi, I'm Dave Albro. I'm from Staten Island, New York, and I'm a current sophomore biology major at St. Francis College. I love to exercise and lift weights. My future plans are to attend medical school and eventually aspire to become a surgeon. What my research project entails is the comparison of enterococci levels between the Citizen Science Water Quality Testing Program and the New York Department of Environmental Protection in the New York Harbor. The New York Department of Environmental Protection has claimed that the New York Harbor's water has been cleaner than it ever was in the last century. As a response to an abnormal sewage leak back in 2011 from the North River Wastewater Treatment Facility in Manhattan, the New York City Water Shells began its Citizens Water Quality Testing Program to determine if the NYDEP is up to par with their data. Throughout the years, the Citizen Science Water Quality Testing Program has added more sampling sites, including St. Francis College in 2018. The SCWQTP uses a US EPA certified interlot system from IDXX laboratories that samples for enterococci, which can live and thrive in saline and as well as fresh water. And the NYDEP uses a boat for sampling dissolved oxygen, chlorophyll, clarity, nitrogen, and salinity, as well as bacteria. Water quality includes chemical, physical, and biological properties that are important for drinking or swimming. Eutrophication is a process in which a body of water contains unreasonable amounts of nutrients, which can cause algal blooms or additional plant growth, which therefore can lead to a decrease in water quality and a decrease in human ecosystems. Water quality can be determined by factors such as the concentration of dissolved oxygen, bacteria levels, sedimentation, chlorophyll A, temperature, pH, salinity, turbidity, the amount of algae, pesticides, metals, and contaminants. Bacteria are common prokaryotes that are a natural aspect to bodies of water as well. The majority of them are innocuous to humans, albeit specific bacteria that normally would inhibit the intestinal tracts of animals do have the capability to cause disease in humans. An example of bacteria that is in this would be enterococci, which enterococci is an indicator of the presence of fecal matter in the water and disease-causing bacteria. Overall, water quality standards are determined by the purpose of water. For example, can we consume it? Can we swim in it? Or can I use it to wash my car? Overall, I'll be looking at the enterococci levels of Little Neck Bay, West 145th Street, East River Howells Cove, and Gowanus Canal and compare their data from both the Citizen Science Water Quality Testing Program and the New York Department of Environmental Protection. So for my results, I'm going to go on to my next slide, which is going to amplify the results that you may see it better. So column 1 shows the results of all 4 locations of enterococci levels in 2018 and 2019 for the Citizen Science Water Quality Testing Program. The 3 line graphs represent 3 concentration levels of water. If it is less than or equal to 10, which is considered safe, it will be marked blue. If it is greater than 10 or less than 40, which is cautious, it will be marked orange. And if it's greater than 40, which is hazardous, it will be marked gray. The Citizen Science Water Quality Testing Program claims that Little Neck Bay water quality had gone from safe to cautious with a few hazardous levels. West 145th Street still remains hazardous, although the levels of enterococci in the water has decreased. East River Howells Cove water quality became hazardous over the course of a year, with some days where the levels were safe. Gowanus Canal still remained hazardous and its levels of bacteria are still increasing. Overall, the Citizen Science Water Quality Test Program does not recommend this water for consumption, swimming, or for any other human activities at all. Column 2 represents the enterococci levels in 2018 and 2019 for the NYDEP. They claim that for Little Neck Bay, that over the course of a year, the water levels went from hazardous and slightly cautious to mostly cautious and safe. For West 145th Street in 2018, it was mostly orange and a bit blue with a few spikes of gray. And in 2019, it remained the same with a few hazardous spikes. For East River Howells Cove, both graphs show that it mostly remained hazardous. Lastly, for Gowanus Canal, the graphs show that in 2018, it was mostly safe with 1 hazardous spike. In 2019, it got worse with the chart being mostly gray. Therefore, the NYDB claims that the Little Neck Bay and West 145th Street are safer to swim, but they do not recommend drinking the water. They also mentioned that you should stay away from East River Howard's Cove and Gowanus Canal no matter what. Column 3 is the enterocoastal levels in 2018 and 2019 from another group, Riverkeeper, which is from the Hudson River group. Now I mentioned this group, I added this group because I wanted to see is pretty much the middleman between both of these data to see which one is more accurate. So now from 2018 and 2019, they claim that Gowanus Canal has remained hazardous and the enterocoastal levels have increased. For West 145th Street, they mentioned that it has gotten worse as well as mostly hazardous regions on the graph in 2019. Finally, they claim that East River Howard's Cove from 2018 to 2019 still remains hazardous, with a few times the levels have dropped to cautious. Riverkeeper was added to this difference between the two groups to see which one the data is similar to again. Its data closely resembles the data of those from the Citizen Science Water Quality Testing Program. Although we cannot determine who is right or wrong in this situation, we can conclude that the Citizen Water Quality Testing Program appears to be more accurate with their data since it closely resembles with Riverkeeper. This therefore concludes my presentation. I hope this shines a light on those who don't know about water quality in the New York Harbor, and that they gain some kind of representation of awareness for water quality. Thank you very much.